Hey guys, we're here with singer-songwriter Jasmine Yen. You started writing songs and composing when you were 7.
Right.
How did you start? Do you remember the moment that sparked you and when okay, this is what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I really like to create stories and make up stories. So the first song I've written when I was 7 was actually it's called This Is Not the World. It's
Oh, wow.
a very sad song.
It's very deep for a
Yeah,
7-year-old.
very deep. Yeah, but I was really proud of it, and I showed my entire family, and my aunt was really worried for me. She was like, why'd you write this song?
Are you okay?
Did you see your parents argue or something?
Yeah.
Why? And I was like, no, I just made it up. And yeah, I've been writing songs since I was 7, but when I started to really take it seriously and I want to write a really good song was when I was 14, 15. Then I really started. I was really inspired by Olivia Rodrigo, actually.
Oh, right.
Yeah, before she came out with her debut album and single and stuff, she was already on Instagram posting her own songs, just very short clips, and I was really inspired by that. It just made me want to write even better songs and stuff. Yeah.
Was your family surprised at all that you wanted to pursue this career?
Yeah, they always knew that I loved music, but they always thought it was a hobby. And honestly, I always thought it was a hobby too. I always thought it was every young kid, they would love to sing and dance and stuff. So I always thought it was just the same, but it just never changed growing up. And I also loved the visual arts, and I love dancing too. So for the longest time I had trouble thinking, what do I want to do?
Yeah.
Do I want to go into arts, visual arts, or do I want to go into music? I was just really confused. But until I remember this so clearly, when I was 14, I was having a dilemma. But I was 14. But I was having a dilemma. I was laying in bed, and I just imagined myself in different scenarios.
Yeah.
And when I imagined myself on stage, I remember this so clearly. I just had that rush of feeling. I was like, oh, I really want to do music.
Wow. And then you have produced such a beautiful song. IDK is such a bop. After listening to it for the first time, it's just constantly in my head. That melody is so catchy.
Thank you.
It is amazing, and I love the vibe of it, the instrumentation, everything. And it's about self-love, right?
Yes,
Loving yourself first.
Exactly.
How has your own journey of self-love been?
Everyone, there's ups and downs for everybody, right? Yeah. And, I'm only 19 years old, very fresh in the world. But I think when I was younger, actually, my personality, I have a very big family.
Yeah.
And so my personality is kind of chill, if you're happy, I'm happy kind of thing. And so I was always like that. And I was like that with friends too. And so, but obviously friends and family, they're a little bit different, or just mutuals. I was like that with mutuals and people I just don't really know. And obviously at some point you get a little bit hurt, oh, I treat you as I give you my 100%, but some people don't, which is understandable because we're not very close or whatever. And so I think over time, at school and stuff and just growing up, I just realized, sometimes you have to say no, not to hurt others, but just to protect yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to say what you're truly thinking or feeling inside.
That is the hardest thing, even for me as well.
Yeah.
Right? Because
exactly.
especially as girls, we're always taking care of people and making sure
Yes.
everything is calm and fine, and we put ourselves last.
Exactly.
Before we go, can you give us a little bit of a teaser of what to expect from your album coming out? What kind of vibe
What
is
kind
it?
of vibe? All fun vibes, all happy vibes, mostly.
Do you have a favorite song? I
I
know it's
do.
very hard to choose, but
I do have a favorite song. I performed it last night, actually. It's very fun to perform, and it's a punk rock song. It's called What the...
yeah.
Yeah.
I felt that.
Yeah.
I was rocking out
Yeah.
as well. What do you hope your fans will take from your music?
I want them, to be themselves, not be afraid, to be their most confident selves, because, I am a shy person, and so music is really important for me to come out of my shell. And so I hope, others can feel that way too. And I hope, we can just share the love, share the music, and just connect. Yeah, I hope people enjoy my music.